freshman year almost over? Is it almost supposed to rule it all?
Yeah, it went by really fast, So, but still have 2 more games left. And just keep doing it.
This is the last game, home game, for the seniors. And I don't know if you can project that far ahead, but what that would be like running through the smoke the last time, and how important is it for you to?
Yeah, I'm sure it's surreal. You know, I told some of the guys who I talked to individually, just told them, let's finish strong. It's the seniors' last game, and yeah, can't take it for granted. So just finish strong, basically.
How would you kind of sum up this season? You win the job, you play, and do some good things there. But the team, how would you kind of classify this season's on?
Yeah, it's some ups and downs. There's not too many injuries, so of course that's really good. There's some high points and some low points, and it's a good season to have. Learned a whole lot of things. We also faced a lot of tests that I feel like are going to strengthen our whole team, our whole program down the road. I mean, it's good for me to face a lot of these trials early on. I feel like it's just going to help all of us, especially all the young guys.
Has there been, you mentioned ups and downs, has there been a down more than others? Has there been a low point that's been harder than the others?
I'd say, hasn't been. There's not one or two that I would say are lower than others. Just all of them, I feel like, have strengthened our team. Just all the losses that we've gone through, all the environments that we've had to play in. We had one of the toughest schedules in the country. It's no excuse to lose, but I'd say for the young guys, going into Nebraska, going into Louisville on our first night, going into Georgia Tech, that's a really good Georgia Tech team. Just playing a lot of these good teams on the road, I feel like it's just really going to help us for when we have to play in those big games next year and 2 years from now. All these young guys are really starting to come from.
Was that you can't get
that was my shot when I was.
Was that the most pressure you've been under ever as a quarterback in this last game?
I don't really know. I don't really remember high school.
You can learn from what happened, right? Like, what do you take away from that, the experience in Virginia?
Yeah, just gotta hang in there. Just gotta be tough. Some games it's gonna be that way. Not every game can be perfect. Everyone's human, so you have to just hang in there and just make the rules of the game.
You mentioned Virginia, some things that haven't gone this way. How do you handle losses out of this circumstance? How have you personally handled it? Is it quick to face them, or do you sit with it for a minute?
Yeah, I see it as all a part of the whole progression. It's all tests. Every single game, it's a test. I don't know if God's testing me or something like that. But I take it all as a trial or a test and just get better from it. So that's my whole view on it.
Should you quickly get over them? Is it the next day?
Just for us to just learn from what happened and just get better and just it's a new game every week. College football, the way it's going now, it's almost as if every game's a playoff. Because hey, you win one game 2 weeks ago, next week you lose, everyone's pissed off. So yeah, just keep playing. So it's week by week Warriors.
How have you handled that part of being a quarterback out of the program? Just the fans, you mentioned people being pissed off. How have you handled that?
Really, I don't really take anyone opinions seriously unless it's our coaches or some of the leaders on our team. So the fans have their own opinions. 1 week they'll love us, the next week they'll hate us. But of course that's not all of our fans. It's a small demographic. We have, for the most part, some really good fans, loyal fans. So for us, it's just okay. That's their opinion, but also we have our own set of opinions, and we also know what's going on inside our locker room. Looking from the outside in, we can make a million different assertions for what's happening. We can blame Coach Golden, we can blame our assistant coaches, but from the outside looking in, you can't always assess what's going on between a group of players.
What do you think the biggest misconception is? Like you just said, people don't know what's going on. What do you think the biggest misconception might be for what that is?
I'm not pinpointing any certain problem, but each game, all games are unique in their own fashion. Not every team matches up the same way. People can always pinpoint a reason for why a team lost, but there could be underneath reasons which people don't know about. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
One of the things coming into the season, Duke, Phillip, Clive, those guys all said, we're going to do our best to take pressure off Brad. How much have you relied on those playmakers just to make your journey easier and your first season easier?
Yeah, I mean, those guys helped me out a whole lot. They made plays for me all year. I mean, Duke, even in the last game, there were several plays where Duke was solid. I mean, there was the touchdown through to Phillip. If Duke hadn't there was a linebacker who came free. And if Duke hadn't cut him, saw him out the corner of his eye, the guy would have took my legs out. So those guys have all been really reliable for me. It's nice having seniors and Duke's a last-year guy. So it's nice having guys like that to help you along your freshman year.
When you look at Duke and what he can do, I mean, are there I know you've talked about it before. There are sometimes you stand back and you watch him and you're like, my goodness. Has there been any one moment that sticks out? Any one play that he's had that just you're like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this kid's doing this?
I'd say let me see. Probably the Cincinnati game. It was his first handoff, really, first handoff of the game. And he splits 3 guys and takes it 80 yards. That was.
And Clive.